Hey, this is Eric Bieniemy. I'm fired up and excited about being here with the Washington Commanders. Hey, let's go. Let's do this.
I think the biggest question nationally, locally, why Washington?
Why not Washington? Look at all the talent that's in this building. You know, Coach Rivera is a great, outstanding leader. You look at some of these coaches on this staff, you got a lot of coaches with a lot of experience. On top of that, there's a lot of good young talent here. So why not the Washington Commanders is the question that I always throw back to everybody, because this team does have the talent. We just got to make sure we put it together the right way and keep it moving in the right direction.
Why leave Kansas City to come to Washington?
Okay. Well, here's what I say. It's been an amazing 10 years. Okay. We've had a great deal of success. Coached a number of great players when I was a position coach. But on top of that, we've had a great deal of success over the past 5 seasons. Comfort can become the enemy of progress. Okay. In order to grow, you can't be afraid of accepting different challenges. Okay. So this was an opportunity for me to come out and accept a new challenge. So I am fired up and excited.
Commanders fans are watching this. I want you to look in the camera, Eric. What do you want to tell Commanders fans about what you're going to bring to this offense, to this franchise?
Well, here's what I'm going to bring. Eric Bieniemy is going to bring this. I'm going to bring an accountability. I'm going to bring a relentless attitude. And when it's all said and done with, I'm going to bring accountability. And if we can combine that and work on those 3 items, we'll be okay.
And maybe a Super Bowl ring.
We'll work on that as well.
All right, Eric Bieniemy, appreciate your time. All the best here in Washington.
Appreciate you.
With the ownership uncertainty, that's a huge kind of storyline with this franchise right now. How much did you take that into consideration? Because there could be a new owner, you don't know when. Is that something that concerns you maybe down the road?
Well, I'll just say this. Coach Rivera's the head coach, Jason Wright's the team president, Martin Mayhew's the general manager. They'll take care of that business. My job is to make sure I'm taking care of the offense.
You took your picture to say you're signing. We got the Super Bowl ring on there. What was the thought process like? You know what? When I take this picture, I'm gonna still rock the ring.
You know what? I actually wore the ring during the whole entire interview, and so and my wife is disappointed because I didn't have it on today because I actually forgot it. People look at it, and everybody wants an opportunity to see what it's like. There's a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears that goes into wearing one of those, and so, you know, that particular time when I was wearing that, I was just showing an expression of who I am and what I'm bringing to the table.
In terms of a young quarterback, you worked with a young quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, in Kansas City. Obviously one of the best in the game. You're going to have a chance to work with another young quarterback here, Sam Howell, and other quarterbacks, specifically Sam Howell. What have you seen from him and what excites you about his, again, potential?
Well, I had an opportunity to evaluate him coming out, and I thought the kid, he's a heck of a player, heck of a competitor. Still going through the evaluation process. When it's all said and done with, you know, Sam has some stuff to him, but like I said, you always want to create competition, okay? One thing I did, I have to admit this. I watched that last game that he played.
Against the Cowboys?
Yeah, I saw that flex. It got me fired up, so.
Do you still want to be a head coach one day?
When the time is right, I'll be a head coach. Right now, I'm the offensive coordinator and the assistant head coach here with the Washington Commanders.
For the fans, how should they envision this Washington offense to evolve maybe a little bit here in 2023?
Well, when it's all said and done with, our job is to make sure we're doing everything under the sun to find a way to win. And I think more than anything, that's what you should expect. We're going to find a way to strain. We're going to find a way, excuse my language when I say this, but I say this in the most humble and fun way. We're going to find ways to collectively drag our ass across the finish line for 60 consecutive minutes. That's the goal. LaShawn McCoy is a future Hall of Fame runner, okay? Everybody's entitled to their own position, to their own comments and how they feel. When it's all said and done with, I think that's all I have to say because he's entitled to his own opinion. That's life, okay? You got good and you have bad, you know? It does not impact me in any way because one thing that you learn when you're in this position, you have to learn to eliminate distractions, all right? My job is to focus on the now. Everything outside these walls has no impact on Eric Bieniemy moving forward.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
It's well documented, the multiple interviews with 17, 16 different teams to be a head coach. How would you describe the journey just going through this entire process to now being the assistant head coach and offensive coordinator?
It's been an amazing journey, and here's the thing that you can do throughout that entire process. There's always lessons to be learned, and so you take each and one of those lessons, you dissect it, and you learn from it. So you don't let it tear you apart. The only thing that you can do is continue building, and as you continue building, the only thing that you can do is keep uplifting yourself. So my thing is to continue embracing this journey, but also embracing this new opportunity to do what I've always wanted to do, just coach ball and lead men.
Describe that moment when you finally made that decision, though, where, you know what, trying to be a head coach may not work out the way I wanted to. I'm going to go this route.
Yeah. Well, when I got on that plane, I had an idea on what I wanted to do. And so
the plane here?
Yes. When I got on that plane to come out here and interview, I had an idea on this is where I wanted to be. What confirmed it was just meeting with the people and just having that opportunity to just sit down and visit with people. Like I said, over years, you learn how to become a great listener. Yeah. You got to be able to learn your environment. You got to be able to learn people. And one thing that you learn is something that I already knew, but just the leadership that Coach Rivera brings, the guidance in which he brings, and then just the people who are working here. These are good people who are damn good football coaches. And so why not be a part of that? Why not be a part of a collective group that's seeking the same journey and seeking the same ending, that we all are seeking?
I mentioned it. You're a competitor. You've always been a competitor, whether it's a player, as a coach. You went through these interview processes over the years. It didn't work out. How is that serving as a motivator to you to prove those naysayers and those critics wrong?
2 Super Bowl rings.
That does a lot of talking.
That's all I got to say.
Do you feel like you have a chip on your shoulder for those no's that you've received over the various processes?
Why waste energy on something that you can't control? All right. The only thing I could focus my control on is what's taking place now, and so I want to put all my energy and effort into that. Those are the things that fire me up.
In terms of a young quarterback, you worked with a young quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, in Kansas City. Obviously one of the best in the game. You're going to have a chance to work with another young quarterback here, Sam Howell, and other quarterbacks, specifically Sam Howell. What have you seen from him, and what excites you about his, again, potential?
Well, I had an opportunity to evaluate him coming out, and I thought the kid, he's a heck of a player, heck of a competitor. Still going through the evaluation process. When it's all said and done with, Sam has some stuff to him, but like I said, you always want to create competition. Okay. One thing I did, I have to admit this. I watched that last game that he played
against the Cowboys.
Yeah, I saw that flex. It got me fired up. So, well, I can only base my evaluation on what he did coming out of college. Now, I did have an opportunity to see him playing that last game against the Dallas Cowboys. The kid is a dynamic football player. He can make throws from different platforms. You can tell he has that baseball background. The thing that got me fired up was when he ran in on that touchdown, he flexed, so that was some good stuff. And on top of it, I got a little insider information with some people that coach and work at the University of North Carolina, and everybody has high reviews on him. So I'm fired up about the opportunity to get to know the kid. But more than anything, you always want to create competition, okay? You want to make sure that we're getting the very best out of the people who are in that particular position.
How do you create that?
Get one with Martin and Coach.